Hello, I'm Dr. Jan Kretschmar, Associate Professor of Exercise Science, and I'm here today to talk about sleep. Sleep is one of those things that we do all the time. It's actually our most common hobby, but it's something that we're really not that good at. Ideally, we should try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. If you're physically active or you're an athlete, you want to get ideally 10 or more hours of sleep, but probably not the reality for most college kids. So PJ, how much sleep are you actually getting?
Not the correct amount, especially someone like me who I work at 5 a.m. because I got to work before I go to school. How would you help that?
Yeah, so ideally those 7 to 9 hours that I mentioned, we want to get those in when it's dark. And your body really responds well to rising sunlight. So ideally we go to bed when the sun sets and we wake up when the sun rises. Our bodies are programmed to respond to that type of light. So in your case, where you have to wake up before the sun actually rises, what we recommend is to use an alarm clock that has like a daylight function. So a light that progressively gets brighter as you approach your wake up time. So you would set it for 4 o'clock. If you have to get up at 4 and starting at 3:30, it would slowly start getting brighter and it would wake you up kind of like the sun would.
And I have a lot of trouble going to sleep because I'm also trying to go to sleep as the sun's still out.
Yeah, so there are a few different things that you can do to help you fall asleep, and this is not just for you in terms of trying to get to sleep early, but just trying to fall asleep in general. So one thing that I would recommend in your case is to really darken your room. So either get dark out curtains or use aluminum foil on the windows to make it completely dark, because it's really hard to fall asleep naturally when there's still daylight out. Other things that we recommend is to use a sound machine and use alpha wave sounds. Alpha wave sounds are sounds that are soothing to us. So ocean wave sounds, rain sounds, white noise sounds, and you can get those either through a phone app or a sound machine. Other things that you want to do is really avoid like being on your phone or having any type of stimulating media input like social media, video games, really exciting movie right before sleep really isn't a good idea. So in your case, you want to kind of do things that are calm. Maybe read a book or watch what I call mindless TV, like a show that you're really familiar with, that's really mellow, or a movie that you've watched 100 times. You know what's going to happen, because that'll really get your mind in this mindless state where you're not overthinking things, and it would help you fall asleep even at odd times.
So if I cover all those bases, but I still feel tired throughout the day, can I still take a nap? Like, would that mess up my sleep schedule, or?
Yeah, so great question. The 7 to 9 hours is kind of the total that you want to aim for, and it's okay to sleep in segments. So naps are fair game. You just want to be careful that they're not too long. So anything beyond an hour is tough because it'll get you in that deep sleep and it's hard to wake up from, and you might end up actually more tired during the day. So an hour or less is ideal, and usually a nap during the day counts double. So an hour during the day is kind of like sleeping 2 hours at night. So if you only got like, let's say 6 hours at night, doing like a 1 hour nap, you're kind of back to 8 hours. Another thing that you could do with like a busy college schedule is to take power naps. Those are naps that are 20 minutes or less. And those are nice because you don't get into that deep sleep at all. You don't get anywhere near that, and you can take many of those small little power naps. And one thing I actually recommend for those power naps is also to put headphones in if it's just in between classes, and get the alpha wave sounds to kind of put you immediately into that sleep state, right? Because it's sometimes hard to fall asleep right away for 20 minutes. So getting like ocean waves, you can pull those up on YouTube or get a sleep app and just put that in for 20 minutes on a timer, or just find a 20-minute video, and when those sounds are over, you wake back up, because you're never going to be in a deep sleep. You're going to be like half awake. So power naps are a great tool, and naps in general, an hour or less, are a great tool. It's also okay to make up sleep. So let's say you study all night or you partied all night, right? Which is going to happen. You can make that sleep up the next day or 2 days later. Your body is usually pretty good at telling you how much sleep you need. If you do feel tired, you should sleep. You shouldn't every day try to make it up with caffeine. It's okay to do it here or there, but if you stayed up all night, you have to make it up, and you're gonna make it up, and you should make it up, and that is okay. So if it means you sleep all day Sunday, that's okay to do. So just to sum it up, let's try to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. Let's sleep when it's dark. Try to wake up with the sunlight. Go to sleep when the sun sets.